Greetings and thank you for watching. First off, I wanted to share and give credit where credit is due. This is Blunt House's website, and today's Kendu Trendu video is going to be utilizing this system and this like indicator that I've been trying out. Ultimately, my goal, I've been maybe less in the TG and doing other things and busy, etc., is I'm trying to find a way to better myself. Really taking that can-do attitude and applying it to my life to really just kind of have some more skills in my tool belt. And this has been quite awesome for me. So this, of course, is going to be a bullish can-do video. It is going to be a can-do trendu type video, but it's based on technicals and it's based on the chart. There's no fluff, there's no moon boy nonsense. So let's get into it. So right now we're looking at the 15-minute chart, but this would apply for anything. And basically, a very simplified version of how this system works is that the system will print a bullish kind of buy signal or a bearish sell signal. Effectively, when the 5 EMA is above, crosses over the 8 EMA, which is in yellow, then you're going to get a bullish buy signal. Okay, it is not just that simple. There are lots of other factors that one needs to be aware of, but that's kind of the basic gist and what I'm trying to learn and then utilize to monetize the chart. Charts. I don't monetize the Kendu chart. So what you see here when I started looking was that on the 15-minute we printed a buy signal on the 31st of December at about 9:15 Eastern, and it has held. And you see the bigger gap shows a larger trend. Now, continuing on, the 1 hour also did the same thing, actually around the same time. And we can see that we got over the 200 MA on the 1 hour chart. And there's a fairly large gap between the 5 and the 8, which is a good sign in terms of trend holding. Now, when we continue on, if I'm being honest, I was really surprised, and it was probably one of the reasons I decided to make the video because the trend continues on the 4 hour. Okay, with us over the purple, which is the 100 SMA, we're over the pretty big line of the 50-day MA, which is, I think, what I've been learning is that a lot of traders utilize that to determine bullish or bearishness. Being above it is bullish, under it is bearish in a very simplified context. But some people will use that as their system, and that's how they do it. So we've got this buy signal and is still holding. We've got all the way up here is the 200 SMA moving average, which is definitely a goal. And then last one I'll do is the day. Now the day is also showing, and this was probably the most surprising, a bullish buy signal, and the trend has a pretty big gap between it. Even with this wick down, which was a pretty big one, I did look it up, and I'm pretty sure that was on the 5-minute chart is when you actually see the candle itself. And I would say that we still have some work to do in terms of pushing this higher and trying to get to on the daily about, what is that, like 5.8 million, because this is the 50-day moving average. Okay, so why did I make the video? Why do I feel like it was worth spending the time and excited? Well, I wanted to share some metrics and some data, some information. And so I want to continue doing exactly that, right? We head over to our friend Skynet, and we've got the details of Kendu, where we worked as a community and got 50,000 plus votes. This is the second take, so I can't do a vote live, but we are extremely active with over 10,000 tweets on X in a 24-hour period. Yep, thanks for voting. I already voted. decided I could do better. According to this, it's 17,000 holders. That's not accurate. I'll show you momentarily. Our whales are minimally active, which is a great sign because they are not buying, they're not selling a lot of Kendu. And I will say there are plenty of people. I know there was a bunch of people DCAing today, and that is something that is really important for any project. The really true believers need to be DCAing as much as they can. Market stability. I thought there was one other thing I wanted to show, but great. So another thing that was a little exciting and surprising, going over to the website, I like to go to the scans, either scan, base scan, soul scan. Unfortunately, the bots aren't working as well. We've got an amazing Chad, Kendu GNX, who has kind of started working with and coding to make his own way to track holders. But the most accurate way for any of us to do that is with Etherscan. And the reason I bring this up is because even with the market really becoming very bearish across the board, and from 126K down to whatever it was, 81, I'd say, for Bitcoin, pretty massive move to the downside, Kendu managed to hold a large number of holders. We are about 19,277 when I plugged the numbers. And that, if I'm being totally honest, was extremely surprising and a great sign, I would argue. Holding on to that many holders, maybe I want to say 200 or 300 at the peak, at the all-time high of holders. That's a super bear sign. So just some exciting stuff from a chart perspective, kind of my own practice and trying to really make sure I can try to learn one day to master this understanding, and utilizing Trendu to do so. So take a look at Kendu, hop in the Telegram. We've got a lot going on. I'm really excited in the next 3 months, 6 months, 12 months for more businesses to come online and take those profits from whatever it is that they are selling or offering as a service, and buy more Kendu. That is what we are building. Thanks for listening.